Hello, students. This is Miss Mishu, and I'd like to go over the answers to your Banking and Credit Chapter 21 study guide. So, objectives of this particular lesson, our students will be able to identify common ways to save money, identify different types of retirement plans, explain how to select, manage, and reconcile a checking account, define credit and name the different types of credit, state the advantages and disadvantages of using credit, and explain how to compare credit cards. So for your study guide, make sure you get this out to check your answers. Question number 1, an amount of money deposited for a fixed amount of time at a stated interest rate. That is G, a certificate of deposit. So you'll earn a little bit more money on a CD, but you have to leave the money in for a certain period of time. Number 2, signing your name on the back of a check to deposit or cash it. That is called A, endorse. Number 3, a sum of money a person can use before having to pay the lender back. The answer of that is B, credit. Number 4, a share of a mutual fund's profits is referred to as F, dividend. Number 5, to make two things agree, such as a check register and a bank account statement. That's reconcile. We'll do this in an upcoming assignment. Number 6, fees based on the amount of money you owe. Finance charge. So this is the dollar amount of interest that you have to pay the creditor when you borrow money. Number 7, a percentage of the total payment paid at the time of the purchase. And that is a down payment, H. Number 8, the yearly cost of a loan expressed as a percentage. That is your annual percentage rate, also known as APR. The answer is D. Number 9, the best time to start saving for retirement is? Your answer is B, as soon as possible. So this might be in your mid to late 20s when you're able to start doing this, but do it as soon as you possibly can. Number 10, a bank for people who are part of the same organization is a C, credit union. I belong to York County Federal Credit Union. Number 11, choosing a longer investment period when you buy a certificate of deposit, CD. The answer is A, often ensures a higher interest rate. The trade-off with this is you have to keep it in for a certain period of time. Otherwise, you will be penalized or lose the interest that you would have earned. Number 12, writing checks for more money than you have will result in your account being D, overdrawn. Now, most banks offer overdraw protection, which means they'll cover the amount that you've overdrawn. However, they'll charge you a fee, usually around $35. So it's important to always know how much money you have in your accounts. Whether you do this online, if you do banking online, or whether you do it the old-fashioned way. Always know what your balance is. Number 13, an electronics fund transfer, EFT, occurs when you, so this is when something happens automatically. It takes the money automatically out of your account. The answer is C, use a debit card. Number 14, a credit allows you to pay something now and So it allows you to buy something now rather, and B, pay for it later. Number 15, secured loans are guaranteed by an asset of the borrower known as A, collateral. Can you think of a type of secured loan? Many people get a loan for their cars. So what this means is the car then is an asset which will be considered collateral. So if you default on the loan, i.e. you don't pay it off or pay it on time, they may take the car and sell it to try to recover some of their money. So in that way, it's a little bit more secure for the creditor. 16, the easiest way to compare different credit costs is to compare. So when you're getting a loan or you're comparing credit cards, the first thing you need to know, and the most important, is the annual percentage rate. At what rate will they be charging you interest? We'll also follow up with an interest lesson so you learn how to calculate both simple and compound interest. Number 17, the purpose of the FDIC is to. Now, the FDIC stands for Federal Depositors Insurance Corporation. So therefore, the answer is D, insure deposits in most banks and savings associations, usually up to $250,000 per account. Okay, number 8, when you buy a savings bond, you are essentially you're loaning money to the government. The answer to 18 is C. Number 19, a what lets self-employed people invest up to 25% of their earnings for retirement, but it has special rules that may require an accountant's advice. And so the amounts and percentages change every year as tax laws change, but the answer to this is a KEO plan. Number 20, lenders are required by law to tell you a loan's annual percentage rate. So this is important for you to know this. 21, employers often match the contributions employees make to a 401k. So this is an important type of retirement plan to get involved with if given the opportunity. So some businesses offer this. Sometimes they match dollar for dollar. So what that may mean is if you put $50 in per paycheck, they'll put 50%. Or maybe they'll do 50 cents to the dollar. So if you put in 50, they'll put in 25. Number 22, it is important to keep track of your checks you write in your check register. 23, a what is a simpler, the key word here is simpler, tax-deferred retirement plan that allows self-employed people to set aside as much as 15% of their earnings, up to $30,000. This is a simplified employee pension, an SEP. Number 24, in order to take out a loan, you will probably be charged a or an application fee. 25, you can find out about your credit rating by contacting a credit bureau. There are 3 common credit bureaus. Number 26, even if you are covered by a pension plan where you work, you can still contribute to your own individual retirement account. Number 27, people often get loans to pay for their blank or to purchase large items such as cars and homes. And that is education. The cost of higher education is very expensive. One statistic says that the average student loan debt per person is around $37,000, though that may vary depending upon where you go. Number 28, a NOW account requires that you keep a minimum blank in the account in order to receive interest on your deposits, and that is balance. Okay, so that concludes this. You don't have to answer questions 29 and 30. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, and make sure you get your study guide done and make sure it's all correct. Thank you, and have a great day.